Hey July, so most welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go through how to revamp your used wigs. Okay, I've actually worn these wigs just once or twice, but I'm going to teach you how I revamped it from this before and after for each wig. And I'm going to show you from the shampooing to the conditioning to the treatment to the styling. I'm going to take you through all of that. And now these are the products I'm using. This is keratin damage repair, and this is also keratin moisturizing and smooth creamy hair mask. This is silicone max that I'm going to silicone mix, sorry. And then this is Tresemme keratin smooth. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And this is keratin treatment milk, also from Tresemme. No, it's not from Tresemme, but this one is Tresemme shampoo, right? Now, before I dive into immersing the wigs into water, making sure that I am brushing and detangling all the wigs, like all the wigs I am going to revamp today. I'm brushing them, detangling them, making sure that every part is smooth and nice and clean before I go in and dip them in water. And we do that because once you dip it in water, it's very difficult to actually comb it when it is raveled. So you want to detangle them before. And for the shampooing, I'm adding warm water. You can see the vapor coming from it. Now I'm going to go in with the Tresemme shampoo, pouring a decent amount, or let me say a generous amount, and I'm using this broken spatula that I have to kind of mix everything to see the consistency and how soapy it is. And when I was satisfied, I dipped all the hair into the water. So professional stylists recommend that you do this one by one. So like if you have 5 wigs, do them one by one. But personally, I have worn these wigs for just like once because I styled them and they were for campaign. So I styled them just once and I dropped them somewhere. So I'm just doing them at once. So if you have worn your wigs for more than 3 times, 4 times, you might want to do them one by one. But for me, like I said, I want them only once. And it's not that dirty, or it's not that but because I'm using them to give out, I'm actually giving out all these hairs. So I wanted to make sure that they were nice and clean, and whoever that gets the hair would be able to wear it from the get-go without having to go through the pain. Okay, so when I was done, I covered it with my towel and let them sit for about 5 minutes, and I came back and this is how the water was looking like. Then I went in to wash all the hairs one by one. I dipped them and I just ran my fingers through them. Like I mentioned, I have just worn them for just about once. So the frontals that had like glaze on them, sorry, that had glue on them, I used this tiny comb to kind of scrape off the lace. Sorry, why am I saying lace? To scrape off the glue, and it came out. But I would say that using that tiny comb actually takes time. It took me some time before I realized this is actually wasting my time. So I was able to identify another method that you are going to see it in the next scenes. But over here, I'm just running my fingers through and dipping them in the water as many times as I can. And when I'm satisfied and see that everything is clean based on how I'm running my fingers through it, then I just squeeze the water out of it and put it somewhere. So like I mentioned, the glue on the lace was difficult to come out with the comb, or let me say, like, it takes time, even though it will go, but it takes time. So I rather went on to use a brush. This one, it is very, very smooth. I pour a little bit of shampoo on it and I use my brush, and then that tiny comb there, this comb here is very, very tiny than the rat tail comb I was using, and it was very, very effective. If you have other methods, you can also suggest below or recommend below. I've seen other hairstylists wipe off the glue before they dip them in water. So they use alcohol to wipe the glue off before they dip them in water. So this is how I did mine. And then when I was done, I dipped them in clean warm water again, and I made sure to go back and forth, dipping the wig in the water many times. And then when I was satisfied with the cleanliness, I just squeezed the water out of it and put it somewhere. So I repeated the same thing for all the wigs I did. And then for the conditioner, I use the Tresemme conditioner. I poured a decent amount, a generous amount, and I use my Brooklyn spatula to mix everything into a foamy consistency. And then I started dipping them in it. So with the dipping, I didn't immerse them and let them wait for a while. This time around, I just went in straight and dipped the hair back and forth. And then I used my comb to comb through. Just like when you're conditioning your hair, you would comb through to make sure that the conditioner is consuming all the hair strands, so that the conditioner fills up the entire strand for an effective treatment. Okay, so I combed through into fine, and because I had already detangled the hair before shampooing, it was very easy for me to actually comb through. It wasn't difficult at all. So I did the same thing for all the hairs until I was done. But alongside, I realized that this colored hair, this burgundy hair, had a bit of color, like it left a bit of color inside all the water I used, and I realized it was probably dyed. Yeah, I think it was dyed, obviously, so he left it inside the water. But anyway, these are the treatments I am going to use, and I already showed it in the beginning. So I am going to scoop about 2 spoons of all the treatments and mix them totally together. So 2 scoops, mix them into a fine smooth consistency, and I applied it in the hair. So with the application, I go in with making sure that I'm very generous with the treatment. Don't be stingy, don't be shy. Go ahead and apply it thoroughly, both on the lace, on the hair strands, every part, and then use your comb to comb through. Honestly, this part was very easy because like the hair was very, very smooth. It hadn't matted. You see from the beginning, this particular hair was matted, but it was very, very smooth. And then I put it in a Ziploc bag and closed it tightly, and then I put it somewhere, and I went ahead to repeat the same thing for all the others. Generous amount, apply it on the lace and then throughout the hair strands, comb it and make sure that every part of the strand is being immersed totally with the treatment. Put it in a Ziploc bag and save it overnight. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I did mine. Hey, so me, instead of staying overnight, I couldn't wait, so I just put it in a microwave so that it will give it a heat. You know, when you go to the salon, they'll put you under the dryer and it will actually give you the heat you need in your hair. So that is the same transfer knowledge I did here, and it was perfect. I took them out of the Ziploc bag after heating it for about 10 minutes, and it was perfect. So if you don't want to wait for overnight or 24 hours, just do like I did. And for mine personally, came out very great. It was smooth and everything was very, very nice. I was so happy. I was like, so I was going to wait for 24 hours, but thank God everything came out smooth and nice. But when you're taking them out of the Ziploc bag from the microwave, please be careful because it's so hot. Like, it's so hot. Hey, it's so hot, so please be careful so that you don't burn yourself. Okay, so you see that the water is turning like burgundy, but it's not dirty, it's just the dye, I believe. So yeah, I did the same thing for all the hairs, and when I was done, I used another clean water to rinse everything thoroughly. Pouring the water in the container on the screen is so satisfying, right? So I poured, I dipped all the hairs into the clean water. I didn't add any product in the water this time, and I went ahead to let it dry overnight. Like, I let all the hairs dry overnight. I didn't use a dryer, so as for that one, I had to be patient, so I let them dry overnight. Okay, so for each hair that I'm going to style, I'm going to use this chai heat protectant to spray all over the hair, and I just make sure that it goes all over, you know, so that the hair is protected from all the heat that it's going to get. And I'm going ahead to style the wigs, and like I mentioned, these are giveaway wigs. So when I style, I'm not going to actually, like, I'm just going to start. So if it is straightening, I'll straighten. If it is curl, I'll just curl. Okay, so I didn't comb them after straightening. I didn't comb them after, or let me say, I didn't do like I was going to wear it. So I just wanted to make them ready, so that the winners don't have to do like any major work. Unless they want to restyle the wigs, of course, it's theirs. So I mean, whatever they choose to restyle is absolutely up to them. But I just wanted to be aware, so that when you see that I'm not like doing anything major, it's because they are going to be given out for as giveaway presents to them. And I've actually finished packaging all the giveaways. I'm so glad. It's been long overdue, and my apologies to all the winners, and my apologies to you viewers, because it's been long overdue. For me, the lesson I've learned is that moving forward, I'm not going to declare that I'm going to do this today or tomorrow or next month, because I realize that there's so much for me to do, and you know, work gets in the way, business gets in the way, and I'm not able to deliver as I promised. So I'm not going to announce dates or schedules moving forward, especially in 2025 and beyond. Okay, so yeah, basically that's all for how I did these wigs. Over here, all I'm trying to do is to do the curling and leaving it, and also spraying some glue spray. I use the got to be glue, so that it is nice and clean and beautiful. Yeah, so this is the after. Now moving on to this wig. This is also one of Shein's wig. The other one I constructed it myself, but this is one of Shein's wigs that I styled just once and I never wore it again. I'm using this elixir serum from She Glam. It's so good, guys, and you just need a little bit. Apply it onto all the hair and begin with the styling. And over here, I also curl this one by using my cut comb, my wax stick, my glue spray, and etc. So that's what I'm typically going to do for all of them. Like I mentioned, the ones I'll straighten, okay? So aside all those wigs I revamped and styled, this is a headband wig. I didn't do anything to it because I've only worn it once. So this one is also going for giveaway. I only applied some of the elixir serum in it and I straightened it nice and clean. And this is also half up half down ponytail that I'm also going to give out. So basically that is all for this video. I hope it was helpful and you can do your own revamping in the house. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to see you soon. Take care. Do check out my other hair tutorial videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.